204863.
Konami has been a heavily discussed subject ever since the recent revival of the Silent Hill series, with the company announcing 4 new games as well as a movie for the long-dormant franchise. But one thing we really have to ask is, where is Silent Hills? The PT demo proved to be one of the most terrifying showcases to ever exist in the horror genre, and numerous horror franchises, such as Resident Evil to name one, were clearly inspired by this mysterious, game-changing teaser.
You've been chosen.
How's it going, guys? PythonSelkan here. Hope you're all doing well. The game's unique concepts, promising social elements, and overall intrigueness went even beyond the gaming industry, with millions of players still talking about what could have been to this very day 9 years later. To put it simply, PT is a powerful property in Konami's hands that has raised the bar massively when it comes to horror games. The popularity this game received just from a teaser remains unmatched to this very day, and goes beyond what any horror game has ever achieved as of yet. And rest assured, Konami knows this all too well.
Thing in movies or in attractions, it's about to start pressing the play button or just getting in the ride, and if it gets too scary, just keep your eyes shut and somehow it'll be over. But if it's a game, people will just stop, and won't keep on playing. So that's why there's a limit of how scary you can make a game. But in this case, we're totally ignoring that, and you know what, if you don't want to keep playing through the game, so be it, we don't care. That's the game we are aiming for. We're aiming for a game that will make you shit your pants, and so yeah, that's...
パンツの替えは持ってください。
So please make sure you have some changes.
限定版にはパンツをつけるかもしれません。限定版には。
The limited edition will probably include a pair of trousers for everyone.
Collector's edition.
Sure, some might say that if Silent Hills truly comes back, it won't ever be the same following Kojima's supposed departure from the company and Guillermo del Toro no longer being involved. And to be honest, we have reason to believe otherwise. We honestly think there's more going on behind the scenes that none of us really know, and we've got some interesting related evidence that can't really be ignored. But more on that another day.
One franchise I love the art direction in, Silent Hill. I hope we get a new one of those.
And let's say that the news we're being fed is actually true. Silent Hills was truly cancelled, and Kojima and Del Toro are no longer involved in its development. What makes you think Konami cannot find a new horror director, such as the case with Silent Hill F, and reawaken Silent Hills? Sure, a number of fans won't buy the game just because it's not a HIDEO KOJIMA game, but the mainstream audience don't really care who's behind the wheel, as long as it's their favorite car, or at least looks like it.
Point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, 204-863. Soon after neighbors called 911, found father in his car, listening to the radio.
The same principle goes for the Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid 6 without Hideo Kojima at the helm surely won't be the same, but then again, how many of you did enjoy Metal Gear Rising, or Portable Ops for that matter? We're huge MGS fans, and we still did. Kojima wanted to leave the franchise behind to try new things ever since MGS1 in '98. But that doesn't mean fans of the Metal Gear series should say goodbye to their favorite franchise just because Hideo Kojima's moving on. Trying something new is what every visionary wants to do after a breakthrough. This happens all the time with movie directors, as well as game creators. And after decades of working on the Metal Gear series to continue pleasing his fans, the man deserves to work on whatever he is interested in. Konami announcing 4 new games, yet keeping Silent Hills a buried project, the one game everyone wants, makes no sense strategically, and could very well be a further indication that there truly is more than meets the eye behind the status of its development, and that more light will shed on this reality one day in the future. Having said all this, we look forward to finally seeing the Silent Hill series back on its feet with these 4 upcoming games, and we're quite confident that we'll be seeing more of PT Silent Hills in the coming months, or perhaps even years to come. Could Kojima be on board alongside Del Toro again? We'll have to wait and see.
I hope we get a new one of those.
One thing we should also mention is that in one of Kojima's Brain Structure podcasts, Hideo emphasized that Kojima Productions is now an indie studio and that he has a good relationship with everyone in the industry. After outright debunking the abandoned theory, a theory which we as PythonSelkan never covered, Kojima also stated that following fan requests to work on PT and Metal Gear Solid, among other games, people should know that it's not going to happen. What fans should be reminded, however, is that Konami are in fact working with indie studios on their Silent Hill projects, such as Bloober Team on the recently announced Silent Hill 2 remake. So you see, Kojima left a little loophole in his argument. If he truly has a good relationship with everyone in the industry, as he stated, and Konami are now working with indies, then yeah, both Silent Hills and Metal Gear can still be developed by Kojima Productions. And even though Hideo stated he will not be working on already existing IPs, let's not forget one very important factor in all this. PT Silent Hills had a Sony Computer Entertainment title card buried deep within the game's data files, and the first company Kojima worked with after he supposedly left Konami was in fact Sony. What one really has to ask is, why was the PT demo released exclusively on PlayStation 4 when the Fox engine was specifically built for multi-platform use? Why would Silent Hills, a game in a franchise owned by Konami, have a title card showing Sony, hidden within its game files all the way back in 2014, at a time when Hideo Kojima and Konami were working together?
Before you started working on Death Stranding, you were working on Silent Hills before its cancellation. But no, don't worry. It's a serious question. But that was much more of a horror game.
That's also a story for another day.
We're just getting started. The father hung himself with a garden hose they had in the garage.
The father hung himself with an umbilical cord they had in the garage.
You remember, right?
What are your thoughts on all this? Do you look forward to seeing the return of the revolutionary Silent Hills now that Konami have revived the franchise? And what are some of your favorite memories from the PT demo which you can't wait to re-experience? Make sure to let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you enjoyed this video, and for all things Silent Hill, Hideo Kojima and Metal Gear, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll make sure to return the favor with content you won't find anywhere else. Thank you all for watching. Until we meet again, we're just getting started. PythonSelkan, out.